Good morning, everyone. Namaste. I'm going to call in Archangel Michael to cleanse, clear the space of any negative or lower vibrations from our mind, body, and soul, home and hearts, placing his white light of protection on us with his blue seal. We are going to be reading more out of my Maat, the 11 laws, the essentials. And we are still in the introduction portion of it, and it states, as we understand philosophy today, we often think of the works of Europeans who often associate philosophy themselves to Greece and Rome, and totally ignoring the true source of the knowledge of the Greeks, such as Aristotle, Socrates, and Plato, who references to Africa and Egypt and Nuba can fill up more tomes than have already been presented to us. And so this must be the beginning of thought for your reader to appreciate what contribution the Africans have made to the discourse to Maat, the basis of all religions. As Malcolm X rightly stated, the burning need today for African people is the generation of good science, technology, and political thought in order to remake and resurrect the African world. We must be active builders of civilization and active practitioners of advanced science. We must not fear the latter. After all, we are the first advanced scientists dating back to the time of Imhotep. We bequeath the scientific and philosophical tradition to the Greeks, who in turn, along with the Africans and the Arabs, who returned the favors by reintroducing the advanced knowledge in Europe, again with the Africans' help. After the European Dark Ages, at the time of the Africans and the Arabs, known as the Moors, relit the intellectual torch of Europe. Most Europeans had no ideas of their ancestors linked to that knowledge, and this is not mere speculation. It is a true conception of history, and this is real facts. It is important to understand that the laws of God is superior to man's laws and may bear resemblance or similarities, but are far more superior in structure and in delivery. According to the brother Ra Amen, they are not injunction or commandments to be obeyed. They are not rules, prohibitions, or regulations described to govern the behavior of man. Neither they are the convention that sages have met and agreed upon. They are principles that explain the nature and the interaction of the forces of the principles that influence man's life, his and hers, thinking, feelings, actions, and destiny. The observance of these principles will enable the individual to live in harmony with these principles and forces, thus gaining access to God's wisdom and spiritual power. All else that is needed or is important in life will follow. They apply to the 11 spheres of spiritual influence operating in man's spirit in the world. The presentation of the laws does not appeal to the belief, faith, or comprehension through some yet unmanifested higher spiritual faculty. They appeal to man's reasoning power and common experience. They aim to providing man with the unshakable conviction based on the logically derived understanding, giving that it is thus the power of the Spirit is mobilized to fully act in the world. There might seem to be a contradiction of presentation of the laws of God as being based on logical reasoning. The contradiction exists only in the minds of people who have failed to understand the foundation of science and religion. Therefore, Maat is not a religion-centered concept, but rather thoroughly life-centered way of existence that is spiritually based. I'm going to leave it at that, and I'm going to show you the picture that they put right underneath that. So I absolutely love you learning about the laws of the universe. I have studied the universal laws, which you can go under my link in my bio and you can learn about that. I would highly recommend and suggest learning the 12 laws, as well as the laws of karma. If you don't know those, how can you be guided into the right direction? Along with the Maat, the 11 essential laws. So, they're all going to be telling you to act from a place of love, and loving others, and putting yourself first and foremost, but also, putting the livelihood of others in, as well, doing for others, caring about others. So we'll get into it and learn more about it. And I love you all. Have a blessed day and namaste.